Oh, the holidays. The time of the year where most men fuck up and fall off on their weight loss journey. They eat whatever's in front of them, they skip their workouts, they tell themselves that I'm gonna fix it in January, and then suddenly 10 to 15 pounds show up on their gut like a paycheck they didn't ask for. Men who win don't wait for the calendar to save them. They build momentum while everyone else is slowing down. So in the next few minutes, I'm gonna give you the exact 30-day holiday fat loss blueprint that we use with our clients so you can lose an extra 20 to 40 pounds, stay powerful, and walk into January ahead, not behind. Let's get into it. Section 1, we have to talk about the holiday commandments. These are rules and principles, and I'm gonna explain to you why they work. So first off, the rules. These aren't diet tricks, these are discipline anchors. Number 1, we need to focus on having protein first in every meal. The reason why is because protein stabilizes your blood sugar. It kills cravings, it builds muscle, and it keeps you full. Most men gain fat because they chase snacks and not feeling full. Protein will do that for you. Number 2 is you need to have a 1-plate rule at events. Why? Because overeating doesn't happen because you're hungry, it happens because your brain gets dopamine from variety. 1 plate cuts that loop. Stop eating like a fat fuck. Number 3, earn your carbs through steps. Why? Carbs aren't the enemy, but unearned carbs are. If you start walking or doing some form of cardio after every time you eat some carbs, you're gonna notice that the weight isn't gaining on like it used to. Walking increases the insulin sensitivity so your body actually uses the food as a fuel instead of as a fat storage. Reason why you got man titties is because you eat too much donuts, cookies, pancakes, and all the carby, full of sugar bullshit that holds you back from seeing results. And number 4, we need to have this rule that you're only drinking water and you limit your alcohol. Look, liquid calories and alcohol equals stored fat, and it destroys your willpower. If you wake up hungover, if you wake up 5 pounds heavier because you had a long night of drinking, you've just fucked up your progress. Now, I'm not saying you can't ever have a drink again, but you gotta limit it to at least 2 drinks max. Don't show up to your fucking family event, cursing out the kids, acting belligerent and drunk and like an asshole, all because you couldn't control yourself. If you just focus on eating more protein, drinking more water, having less carbs, and having 1 plate at dinner events, you won't end up gaining an extra 20 pounds like every fat ass that doesn't care about their health. So look, these rules don't restrict you. They just protect you from the version of you that used to lose control. Section 2 is the festive day formula. How do you actually manage what you're eating and actually have a successful weight loss journey amidst this crazy schedule that people have during the holidays? So here's how you eat on big food days without getting wrecked. In the morning, I want you to focus on having protein and water. Because if you start your day with sugar and carbs like pancakes and French toast and bullshit like that, you spike your glucose. And then you have this crash in the midday, and then you end up binge eating at dinner. So if you focus on having things like eggs, egg whites, Greek yogurt, a protein shake, this will curb your cravings in the evening time and actually make you feel full, so you're losing weight and building muscle. In the afternoon, I want you to focus on having protein and vegetables. Again, this will keep the hunger low and the energy steady, so you don't show up starving and emotionally eating at nighttime. And before the event, I want you to go on a 10 to 15 minute walk, because walking improves the blood sugar control and appetite regulation. Look, man, the reason why most people overeat is because it's not their fault. It's just the fact that the foods you're eating spike your glucose and spike your insulin, which then causes this major crash and makes you feel hungry again. It makes you overeat when you don't even want to. That's where binging comes in. That's where that late night snacking comes in. So if you start walking and doing some form of exercise that's steady state, you'll improve your blood sugar control and appetite regulation, and you're not starving. And then at the event, you have 1 plate and 1 plate only. You don't overeat like a fat ass and have 2 to 3 servings more than what you should have. You don't want to be the guy going back for thirds, fourths, and fifths, and everybody's looking at you and your stomach's all bulging out as you're sitting on the couch watching those holiday movies. No, that's the old version of you. And if you want to change, you have to be willing to let that person die, figuratively and literally. If you have just 1 plate and you focus on filling that plate up with protein, protein will make you feel full. It will help you feel satisfied, you won't have major cravings, and you'll stop binging. And then after the event, I want you to do a 10-minute walk and then have some water. Your body uses food better after movement, and so you stabilize your blood sugar and avoid that food coma feeling. Most guys eat emotionally. You're going to eat strategically. In section 3, here's a restaurant cheat sheet. Most guys have these dinners with their family or their coworkers or at social events, and they find themselves overeating a fuck ton. And so when you're at these events, you don't need to hide, you just need to have standards. So you can pick 1 from each category. You can have protein, which will include salmon, steak, chicken, or shrimp. And for carbs, you can have rice, potatoes, and quality breads like sourdough. For flavor, you can have salsa, mustard, lemon, or hot sauce, or zero sugar barbecue sauce. Why this works is because most restaurant weight gain comes from the sauces and the oils that they cook with and the sides, not the actual meal itself. And the cool part about this is if you hit your steps during the day, enjoy the carbs. If you didn't earn any dessert. And again, this isn't a punishment, this is you taking ownership of you wanting to lose weight and making that commitment to yourself. Section 4, we're gonna talk about working out. And I want you to understand something for a second. I'm not a fucking idiot. I get it, holidays are busy, and most of the time you think that you have to work out 6 days a week and go fucking crazy to see results, when that's not the case. All you need to do is have consistency plus intensity. So here's the workout split. You're gonna do 3 days of working out, 1 upper body day, 1 lower body day, and 1 full body and core session workout. In these workouts, you also need to include at least 30 to 45 minutes of cardio, whether that's the elliptical machine, whether that's walking on the treadmill, or going outside for a run. The reason why we have you doing some strength training and cardio is because, again, strength training increases the metabolism, and walking actually helps you burn the fat without putting stress and wear and tear on your joints. And also, working out boosts your testosterone and insulin control, so that way you can give it to your wife and not feel like a slob afterwards. In section 5, one of the most important parts and why we put it at the end of this video is you need to have accountability and the right psychology. Every single day, you need to check these off your list. Number 1, did you hit your protein goal? 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if you want to weigh 220 pounds, you eat 220 grams of protein. If you want to weigh 185 pounds, you eat 185 grams of protein. Number 2 is you get 8 to 10,000 steps per day. And if you're doing your cardio like you said you would and like we're telling you, this is very easy. Number 3 is you drink at least a half a gallon of water per day. If you drink a gallon, that's even better because it will curb the hunger. You have a 1-plate rule. You sleep at least 6 to 8 hours per night. You're not a fucking busty 22-year-old anymore. You can't just wake up and go work out and live your day off of 5 to 6 hours of sleep. You need to have a minimum of 6 to 8 hours so your body can regenerate, heal itself, and that way you don't wake up feeling sore and tired the next day like most people do. And if you find yourself very hungry in the afternoon or in the middle of the day, it's not because you're actually hungry. It's either 1, you're dehydrated, or 2, you didn't get enough sleep. If you just understand that the reason why men don't succeed on their weight loss journey, it's not because they're perfect, it's because they win the effort with tracking what they actually do. What gets measured gets mastered, and what gets ignored gets worse. And so to wrap this whole video up, most guys are gonna spend the next 30 days lying to themselves. I'll start in January. I'll start after the holidays. I deserve this, but you're still here because you don't want another year of regret and you're tired of waiting. If you want a tailored version of this plan, customly built to your lifestyle, your family needs, and your goals, comment the word holidays in the comment section below or DM us the word holidays on Instagram and we'll reach out to you to see if we can help. We'll build a game plan for you that helps you walk into January ahead, not behind. You don't need January, you just need standards. So let's get to work.